Hi everyone, today is October 25th, 2020, Sunday. So I wanted to kind of go over a few news articles I saw a few weeks ago. I've been meaning to get to it, but just been too busy. But anyway, this comes from October 4th, and people were talking about the crazy idea of pods and living in smaller spaces, just reducing our quality of life, just be a have-nothing society and intellectually have even less. And this was in the Beacon Journal of Akron on October 4th, and it just really blew my mind. It hurt to actually just see this in the paper. But this article talks about quarantine bubbles. You know, it's like they're talking about as like a permanent kind of isolation. But oh no, it's just until this goes away. But anyway, so this picture goes on to show, these girls and their kids, they're happy, blah blah blah. You know, notice no masks. Anyway, so anyway, the article's caption: create a quarantine bubble for a safer social interaction. Outdoor summer barbecues, socially distanced hikes, and mask-wearing play dates at the park have helped people maintain in-person contact with friends and family but those outdoor gatherings will become less feasible as the stretches into the fall and temperatures drop, leaving many gasping for an alternative. Enter plandemic pods, also known as quarantine bubbles or quarantemes. Ha 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 ha. Oh, they think they're so damn funny. Oh, but you're not. They're becoming increasingly popular among families and extended family as a way to socialize safely. Okay, who? I need a damn citation on this, okay? This bothers me so much. Who? I do not know a single person talking about this. Please, tell me, who? Increasingly popular. I don't know a damn person who wants to go into one of these. Not in Ohio, at least. Anyway. A plandemic pod is a group of friends or family who agree to strict safety rules, both for when they are together and when they are apart, that enable them to socialize while reducing the risk of contracting or spreading the convids. A group of single adults may create a pod for the ability to socialize with others, while families with children may use a pod to share education and child care responsibilities. I can only imagine how that would look. Imagine the surrogate mother all over again, but only in a bubble. Extended family may agree to pod rules to ensure older at-risk family members are able to maintain close contact with grandchildren or family caretakers. The approach isn't without risk, but those guys say that a plandemic continues, people must weigh the risks of exposure to the convids with the risk of social isolation poses to our mental and emotional health. You know what? The shit that you're doing is playing with our emotional and mental health, okay? So, yeah, you've already accomplished that, so screw you. Risk experts on Spectrum said Melissa Hawkins, a person at the Director of Public Health Scholars Program. I looked this up. Public Health Scholars Program at American University in Washington. I looked this up. I can't find it. So please, somebody provide a link to this. I cannot effing find this. The longer we're living in a plandemic alongside convids, it's prudent and reasonable to think about how to safely manage the risk and not blah 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 blah. Plandemic pods are a harm reduction tool for reducing the risk of the spread of the convids. I mean, skin to safe sex education being more effective in reducing the risk of sexually transmitted diseases and unintended pregnancies and absent. Okay. So many questions here. So many questions. So much mental gymnastics you have to do here. Okay, number one, if you're in a social bubble, how do you even have sexual contact? Okay, tell me. And when we're supposed to stay 6 feet apart, how the hell are we supposed to have sex in the first place? Tell me. How are we supposed to effing do that? So tell me. It's like, how are you even, let alone get sexually transmitted diseases? Okay, if we're already socially distancing because of the convicts, how the flipping hell are we supposed to get a freaking STD? Okay, tell me about that. Tell me. This is just in your face stupidity. It's like, I'm gonna stop. My God. Blah, 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 blah. Who should be in your pod? Choose families or friends with similar risk and exposure levels. What the fuck does that even mean? And who are already taking a similar approach to safety as you. This is just freaking... The Greek language makes more sense than this. Choose families or friends with similar risk. Okay, So many questions. What the hell does that mean? And exposure levels. What the fuck does that mean? Who's already taking a similar approach to safety as you? I mean, I've read it twice. I don't get it. I do not get it. Please tell me, what the hell does this mean? People have different risk thresholds. Do you let your son climb to the top of the tree? Yes, I fucking do. Maybe it's too risky for you, but someone else allows it. Oh, please. Please. We race each other to the top all the time. What the hell are you talking about? No, I don't have any kids. But I do know kids in my neighborhood, and we race to the trees. So F that, said Allison Drake. Blah, 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 effing blah. Okay, so enough about that. You know, it goes on to talk about this stupid, just everything. It just repeats everything it's, oh, God, just, what I just read makes no realistic sense to me. Grooming us for frickin' pods. And notice the bars in the window behind this woman. I mean, could you have picked an even worse setting in a background picture? It's like there are bars on a window while mentioning pods. And this is an Ohio newspaper. For gosh sakes. I mean, I think this particular article comes from the USA Today affiliate. I can't remember. I'll have to look that one up. But anyway, on to the next article. This one bothers me so much. I had to make this one first. Wow. Okay. Another one. Cleveland Playhouse announces virtual season. It's like, what the... So basically, this talks about you'll buy tickets online to pay for the privilege to watch a play on a screen where people act on a stage, but you're not even going there. What's the point, guys? What's the point? I mean, I can just as easily rent a frickin' Broadway musical DVD from my library for $0. Why would I throw my money at something like this? I don't even want to talk about this because it's just... And they're doing, to make it worse, it's comedy. It's like, what could be more comedic than this? More slapstick than this? But it's more like tragic slapstick because people are so fucking stupid. It's like, again. Okay, this one, I'm not even going there. It's just, oh. And then, of course, they had to talk about, you know, Trump, Orange Man bad, and he got the convids, he got the Coof-Coof, blah, blah, blah. He's so irresponsible, blah, blah, effing blah. And then, of course, I have to put this here. In this Thursday photo, a man wearing a face mask walks past a mural in L.A., of all places. Bars again. Coincidence? I think not. Bars. Really. The two places in the same newspaper in the same day. They're making it effing blatant obvious, guys. We're prisoners now. They're letting us know. We're effing prisoners now. But you can read this if you want. I'm not going to. This is just one butthurt person from the Associated Press. Well, two. But I looked up this Carla person. Oh god, you should see the way this woman looks. She's such an SJW. I mean, her tweets and how much she hates on Trump. It just... Of course she's going to write this. It's just blatant stupidity, and just, you know, she just goes on to talk about how bad things are, and all these cases are going up, and she cites how these one person does, that you can read it. Somebody else with TDS, also from the USA Today Network. What is it with this damn paper, and them including it? Notice how they say, a maskless first lady. That's the reason why I included this article. They make it a point to tell you, if you don't wear a mask, you're bad. Screw these people. I think there was something else I wanted to say about this. Oh, that's right. Our governor had been around them, so he had to test. Oh, thank God he tested negative. Again, by the way. Anybody else remember whenever he tested positive and tested negative in the same frickin' day? Ha ha ha. I'm never going to let them forget that. So you can pause this and read this if you want. So yet another person talking about this crap. Notice who founded the paper and when they lived till. I always like to include that because they always show that in the paper all the time. But they go on to talk about Orange Man bad, blah, blah, blah. He got the Coof-Coof because he didn't wear a mask, blah, blah, blah. Didn't follow what the Charlie Delta Charlie, as Brian from You Know Where says. Oh, why did I include this? Oh, more masking, vote early, blah, 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 get creative to register. We're going around harvesting these ballots. It's in your face. You know, we're going to go around, make sure everybody registers. We're going to try to harvest the ballots as much as we can, blah, blah, fucking blah. You know, the whole 9 yards. This one really bothered me. Kent State. This is where I went. They're testing hundreds for the convids. Alright, you get a chance, read this. Alright, I only have 15 minutes, so I'm not going to spend too much time reading. But they're basically saying anybody who goes onto this damn campus has to get the convid tests. I mean, that's BS. This one just hurts personally, I guess, because I went there, but they're just like, you know, it's like they're making it look so scary. It's like, when is this ridiculousness going to end? Whenever we demand it does, I guess. And of course, finally, towards the end of the paper, also from this wonderful newspaper, Know Thy Enemy, they always got to put something in the paper to say how bad we are for having guns. Just thought I'd throw that in there to kind of make your day. So you can kind of see the type of psychological operations going on here in Ohio, and what our very liberal newspaper out of Akron loves to say and do. But I'm exhausted, and I just wanted to get this out here. Just the blatant stupidity of what people say in these newspapers. It's so irresponsible, and I think they know. It's just... You know, so to summarize, we're going to make you live in a pod. We're going to make sure that you can never see anything out of the comfort of your home again. If you want to have any fun, you're not going to be able to leave your room, because nothing's funny anymore unless you do it in the comfort of your own home. Orange Man bad, and wear a mask. Bars and prison. You're now a prisoner. You're a horrible person if you don't mask. Orange Man still bad. We need to ballot harvest. And we're going to invade all your rights if you go to school and be tested for the convids. And, yeah, eventually we're going to take your guns away. Life is good.